What's up, gamers? It's your boy, Launchpad 1412. Excited to be back with some more Madden 20 gameplay here. We got an online ranked match versus a random opponent. My opponent had the Green Bay Packers. We have the Patriots. I was going to get the team name right. New England Patriots. For some reason, over the years, you guys know I have not been very good with this team. I'm not really sure why. This has definitely always been one of the better teams in the game over the last 5 years. But for some strange reason, I just haven't been that good with this team. I think I've got more losses than wins with this team. And it was the Saints for a while that I wasn't that good with, and I really couldn't explain why, because they've been a good team over the years. But this year, I feel like the Saints is actually my favorite team to play with. So there'll definitely be more Saints gameplay to come. We're going to definitely start a new series soon, if it hasn't started already, just in case you guys are wondering. Right here, I got to be honest with you guys. This was a horrible first half. This first half was absolutely horrible between me and my opponent, man. I mean, we both probably threw about the combination of 6 or 7 picks in the first half of this game, and I'm not sure what was going on with my reads, man. But that right there, I thought honestly, that one right there, I thought Element had a step. The guy stepped in front of him. I can't predict that. Now that right there, that wasn't necessarily a bad read. Tom Brady did throw it a little bit behind Element versus in front of him. So I'm not going to knock myself for that one. But this was a horrible read by my opponent. My goodness, man. I mean, a double coverage. You got Stephon Gilmore there. You got to make a better decision, especially when you have someone as talented as Aaron Rodgers. But everybody, makes mistakes. So, he made a bad mistake. I made an okay mistake. And here goes another. That was probably the most horrible pass of the game, because it wasn't only picked off, but also went for 6. Granted, I kind of didn't see him, but I kind of did see him. But still, that still was double. I threw that basically into triple coverage. So that's my fault right there. 3rd down and 9. We go to the right hand side. So then we start cooking with a little bit of gas after he scores. So we're going to try to get something here. Hopefully we can get a score. Top of the second quarter, and that was a bad read, but I got lucky right there. James White able to come up with the catch at 3 yards. Next play, 3rd down 7. We go to the left. I thought he kind of stepped on him, but I guess he didn't. So he decided to go for a 4th and 7. I'm not sure what made me decide to do this, because there was nothing showing that I was in any kind of rhythm, but we ended up getting that, so I'll definitely take it, man. So we're keeping the change moving. So we're getting some things rolling. I'm rocking a little bit, throwing to the left-hand side of Julian Edelman. And we just want to get a score here, man. Even if it's 3, we just kind of get a score. Because I kind of, at this juncture, I kind of get the feeling that I'm better than my opponent, because it seems like their offensive passing reads are not really that good. The problem is my reads haven't been that great either. As we score right there with Josh Gordon, my goodness, my reads haven't necessarily been the best. And on top of that, he's been shutting down the run. Now, he's really been shutting down his run. As you can see, Stephon Gilmore is in X Factor mode. But for some strange reason, when the corners get in X Factor mode, it's so hard to, as my opponent makes a horrible read 2 plays ago, again, it's so hard to, if your opponent, that right there, I thought that was another one where I thought James White had a step. I guess James White is not as fast as I thought he was, but like he had 2-3 steps on him. But that guy, getting a perfect timing interception, who knew? As he throws another look at these horrible passes, man. These passes are horrible. But for some reason, like Gilmore, like I was trying to say about with Gilmore, the corners, they just can't. When they get the X factor, it's almost like they're kind of a non-factor to a degree. If your opponent doesn't throw their way, as we score right there, if your opponent doesn't throw their way, they're basically like a non-factor. So I don't even know. He did kind of throw his way right there. He didn't quite react. I'm not really sure, why he didn't react to that. Because usually when the X factor, I have seen some good corner X factors though. I have seen them. And usually when them corners are in X factor and you throw their way, they usually step up and just get it, man. It's usually really a bad idea. So I understand why my opponent doesn't throw their way. But if your opponent doesn't throw that X factor's way while they're a corner, they're basically like a non-factor. But at any rate, my opponent right here gets the ball top of the second half. And he's cooking with a little bit of gas and making a couple of decent reads. And that was kind of a questionable read. This guy just didn't make the best reads. And here goes another one right there. He just didn't make the best reads. If you're going to make reads like this, see, this is where I got kind of lucky. Now I'm starting to run the ball a little bit better right here. I get a little lucky because this guy, he's just not the best passer. And he doesn't run the ball like that at all. I don't know if he doesn't know about Aaron Jones, but Aaron Jones is kind of nice in this game, man. He might want to figure out how to utilize him if he's going to play with the Packers, because at the rate he's throwing the ball, it's just going to be hard for him to win games. But this could have just been a bad game for him. He could have just had a horrible game. I don't know. Maybe he was on sometimes you can get on a 6-7 game winning streak and you be like, man, I'm destined to lose, and maybe he just got a little hesitant, or you can be on a losing streak and trying to do everything you can to win, but you're doing too much. You know, it could be on one of the two as we score again on the same play we scored with Julian Edelman last time. That play was working. I had to start going with what worked because I was making such horrible reads. I said, man, I just got to do what works. He was playing a lot of man coverage, so I was like, that's a good play to kind of get him in man coverage. To pick him off one more time. That's like his 5th interception. Pick him off one more time. But after this one, he quits, man. Shout out to my opponent, man. Much love, much respect, man. Shout out to you guys. You guys are the greatest subscribers on the plane. This is your boy, Launchpad 1412, and I'm out.